Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, step aside. We're going to talk to the gentleman for a second.
We want to get to the heart of the gentleman here. Guys, fellas, am I right?
My dudes.
Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre. It's the news. We're at a news desk. I'm Ben Shapiro. I'm here with Shen Badiro. I don't know what we're talking about. Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre.
A local dog learned how to ride a skateboard.
Skateboard dog, call him Tony Doghawk. I can't.
Welcome to the news.
Welcome to the news. Read this cup. Don't read his cup. Read my cup. His cup is product placement. My
Don't
cup
look at my cup.
Can we just take a minute to listen? We've had a few drinks. Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre, guys. This is the Q&A that we basically theoretically put a gun to your head and made you do for us.
We promised this Q&A like a month and a half ago or something.
Sure did, but that's the Monday Morning Macabre promise. You ask for something, we'll get it to you in a month and a half or something like that. And here we are, presented by Mitsubishi. Could you imagine if we got Mitsubishi to be the sponsor?
That'd be sick. I mean, it's not my favorite car brand, but I'd take it.
I'm a Subaru summer for sure.
For sure.
He's more of a Toyota-thon himself, but I think that...
My family practiced Honda days. It was a big discussion that...
Speaking of Honda days, happy holidays to Christmas, to Hanukkahs.
Which is over?
To...
Retroactive Hanukkah?
I think us questioning if it might be bad in itself. I don't know. 8 crazy nights. Am I right? What else is there? There's Kwanzaa.
Couple months, Lunar New Year.
Is that like is Chinese New Year coming around?
That's Lunar New Year. Yeah, I think that's
same thing. Patreon members, thank you so much for being Patreon members. Goodbye. Thank you so
Turn
much.
It off.
We appreciate you guys for paying excessive amounts of money. We know for the people who aren't Patreon members that have access to this, I don't know how you got here, but the Patreon members spend thousands of dollars a day to support us. And if you guys want to join, hit up patreon.com/
the fourth, the
fifth and support the show. Today, we're going to be doing a question and answer. You guys sent in questions.
We're here for answers.
We're here to get to the bottom of them. Okay?
Should we do the first question?
Sure. We have this very festive, it's a festive box of questions. We've taken your questions.
It's the Mitsubishi festive box.
And inside this box, as you can see, we have paper. We're going to randomly select a question that you guys asked us, and we will provide our very real, very raw answers. It's like the real world.
Have we done like the whole I'm Scones, you're Darcy?
I'm Darcy, that's Scones. If you don't know yet, now you know. If you couldn't figure out from our voices and your Patreon members, I don't know what you're doing.
Pissing your money away. All right, let's get to the first one. Ooh, this is a good first one. What made you want to do a podcast?
Oh, money. Next question.
The $10,000 we get per episode.
Yeah, Joe Rogan sends us a check in the mail. What made us want to do a podcast? I think we've spoken about this as like the first Patreon episode. We were like, let's explain. Let's come clean.
Let's come clean. Listen, officer.
I liked spooky.
Oh,
what were you gonna say?
Big butts.
I can't lie. I cannot tell a lie.
We've been spooky boys for a while.
Pre-podcast spooky boys, and I was like, there's a lot of like spooky podcasts, but like.
They all suck.
But like, let me be a spooky boy. No, there's a lot of them that like I liked, but they would either go, okay, here's the thing. They would either talk like about nonsense for like 45 minutes before they got to the spooky parts.
We only do that for like 8.
We do like 5 to 8. We've cut it down severely.
Party.
No ads. Hello? No ads.
No ads except all our Mitsubishi.
And none of them had a guy named Phil interjecting from time to time.
Phil couldn't be here today.
He couldn't be here today. He had a family emergency.
We'll leave it at that.
Now it's your job to make it funny now.
We'll leave it at that. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. It's got dark.
Got real dark.
So I guess for me, and then I also convinced myself, because I have a terrible fear of flying, that if I started a podcast, then the world wouldn't make my plane crash. So I started a podcast for that reason also. That's genuine internal
and
issue.
To this day, Darcy has not been in one plane crash.
Boy, have I tried. I've been to Disneyland twice since that day.
Darcy's ridden in 3 planes with Harrison Ford and nothing. That's a deep cut.
Listen,
people are gonna Google all that. You're like, what?
Listen, me and oh my God, what is his name?
Harrison Ford.
He's so handsome. What's his name?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. That's his name.
You're talking about someone handsome. John Hamm.
No, I'm thinking of a guy who looks like Mario from the 70s who died in a plane crash. Who sang many great songs. Jim Croce.
Jim Croce.
He died in a plane crash.
Poor Jim Croce.
Welcome to the news. So that's why I wanted to start.
Jim Croce dead
in a plane crash. Scones, your turn.
Yeah, no, Darcy basically texted me and was like, I found this really cool story. It was the Dyatlov Pass, actually.
Yeah, Dyatlov Pass was a big reason why we did everything. Because I was like, this is fucking bananas. I want to talk about it on a microphone.
Yeah, and in college, people were like, kind of thought we were funny when they weren't annoyed. So we're like, we can just put our spin on this.
Yeah. And we did. And we've done. We did. And here you are. And you've paid.
You paid for that, you sick
suckers.
Buck.
Whoa, my turn.
Whoa. Are you going to pick a new one? Ooh,
we're going to rustle around.
Honesty here.
Here's
integrity of the game.
Get a tight zoom in on my face as I rustle. Russell Brand? What are each of your favorite episodes?
That's a very good
Great question, whoever asked this, because we wrote them down but did not write who the author was, but don't worry.
We should put credits at the end.
We'll put credits at the end.
Credits at the end.
What's your favorite episode, Scones?
Chimneys always has a special place in my heart.
I think we both agree that Chimneys is like way better than anyone expected.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, if you haven't listened to Chimneys in over like 2 years because you've listened to every episode but haven't gone back, Chimneys is so good.
So good.
It's not like funny or like entertaining. It's just like, this is a good podcast episode.
Very good.
That we put together. But I don't think it gets enough credit because the title is Chimneys and not something like clickbaity, like you won't believe
the
what
super
happened.
Racist of San Francisco or something.
That's the super racist of San Francisco.
I said rapist, but
I think you said racist.
They're all horrible people.
That would be okay. Yeah, the super rapist of San Francisco,
or whatever the crazy like names
Danny
that local
Tanner.
media give to serial killers are like horrible people.
So
I also really like. It's new, so maybe it's recent.
Season 3, episode 1.
Yes.
Yep. That was gonna be my second one also.
We were on our dumb shit.
Yeah, we were on our dumb shit. Those were exactly the two that came to mind, were Chimneys and the first episode of season 3 where Phil was introduced. And
we've never looked back.
We haven't looked back. It's been 3 episodes since, and we haven't looked back. So those are our answers, listener. Thank you so much for your questions.
You're beautiful.
Next question. Also, we're drinking, I don't know, can we say the brand of beer? We're drinking beers.
Oh, yeah, we can. It's fucking New England, kid.
It's Sam Adams Winalaga, kid.
Your cousin
Festive and smooth.
All right. This is a great one for me to draw. Will there be another episode with Jenny in it? Maybe Scones has to go on vacation again.
All right. First of all, shout out to Sir Corny Neck, because I remember that question's his because I laughed out loud.
Because he does not like me.
The implication in your question, Corny, that Scones sucks. Get Jenny back in here.
I still love you, Corny.
And I agree wholeheartedly. Scones, I've got some news.
Honestly, I do too.
Actually,
on air, Jenny's behind that door.
Jenny is 100% she's my wife. For those of you who don't know, I'm married with a daughter and a son on the way. Has that been announced on the podcast?
Yes, we've talked about, yes.
That I'm having a kid? Another one?
Oh, no.
I don't think anyone knows. Actually, Patreon exclusive. Welcome to the news. Patreon exclusive tonight.
I love if we deliver this for the non-Patreon, just audio, and they hear welcome to the news like 8 times.
Welcome to the news. Yeah, if we're doing the audio for the non-Patreon, this is an exclusive that you'd only hear on the Patreon if you're not a member. Pay $6 a month. This? No, I'm not going to cut this. They're just going to go,
why are we hearing this then?
Don't worry about it. Guys, anyone listening, here's some breaking Monday Morning Macabre news.
Breaking poos.
I have a second child on the way. I'm going to be a double daddy. Darce double daddy. So
I'm going to be a double Sconey.
He's going to be a hashtag double Sconey. I'm going to be a hashtag Darce double daddy. Got a youngster on the way. A boy.
Little young homie.
And so that's I know this has nothing.
What are you gonna
to do.
name him?
We're gonna name him
H.H. Holmes Darcy. After the pod.
Yeah, I'm thinking Skinwalker Ranch Darcy.
That's my favorite chip flavor.
So Jenny is totally down to do more episodes. It's just that she's been busy being a mom to our daughter and a future double mom.
We're
to
always
our
traveling.
Son. We've been on a worldwide tour in Rock Band. And so I haven't let her see us as if we were really in a worldwide tour.
100% on Fear the Reaper. No big deal.
That's the answer to the question, I guess. Well, what? I don't know how else.
She's down. I'm down to go on vacation. So I guess just once she's done.
So season 4 will be exclusively Phil, Jenny, and I.
Yes. And I will be on a long vacation.
Scone will be on hiatus, baby.
It's a sabbatical, actually.
Corny neck. There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah. Jenny will be back when she's done making an entire person.
It's so great. She's like, oh, yesterday I made like a nervous system. And I'm like, yeah, well.
Yeah, well, I sprained my ankle in 8th grade and it still hurts.
Next question. The news. I should stop banging on the table.
My mic is very sensitive.
You guys are going to hear a lot of bangs. Why do they sound different? It's because we have different mics.
We have different mics.
Scones' turn to pick a question.
No, it's yours. I just read the Jenny question.
You're right. My turn to pick a question. Welcome to the news. Do people like that? Do you guys like that? I don't know.
I think they love it.
Good evening. If you could hang out with any cryptid for a night, which one would it be? Great question.
Welcome to the news.
This one's going to hit the lens. Didn't hit the lens. Shit.
It hit one of them. There's 2 lenses on there.
Mm-hmm. There's like 4 on the iPhone. Guys, if you think this video quality is good, leave a comment because this is like an iPhone.
You work for Apple?
Or Steve Jobs, leave a comment from the grave if this is working for you.
That'd be so scary.
That'd be great for us.
What Crypt Daddy would you pick?
If I could hang out with any crypt, I feel like Mothman's the first one because he's like the best one, but I want to go for a deeper cut, so I'm going to go with the skunk ape.
That's a good one.
Because that's just like a Florida man.
Man, you could just like cook up like stinky cheeses and be like, no one cares.
Yeah, he could be like, yo, you want to do like methamphetamine? And I'd be like,
Florida.
That's like a Tuesday. So I'm a skunk ape guy for sure. If you haven't listened to the skunk ape episode, it's a Patreon episode. Sorry for the normal listeners.
A dinner with like a couple of puckwudgies would be a good time.
When you
like
say
everyone's it's bustling table.
Hold on.
It's like Gandalf eating with the dwarves.
When you say a couple of puckwudgies, do you mean a puckwudgie relationship going on where it's like a man and wife puckwudgie, or do you mean 2 puckwudgies? Like
honestly, I meant like as many puckwudgies as I can.
As you could fit in a bowling
in like a
bag.
long dinner table in my bowling bag. Yeah,
bowling bag.
Bring them to dinner. I want like that scene in The Hobbit when all the dwarves are eating, like but all puckwudgies.
That's fun. What are you eating?
Something New England.
What do you think? Turkey?
Yeah, turkey and chowder, kid.
Turkey and chowder, kid. Lobster, take a back seat. It's turkey and chowder time.
A couple of Sam Adams and Narragansetts, dude.
Dude, slamming Sammys with some pucky wugs.
That was a great question.
Yeah, that was a fantastic question to whoever said it. We didn't write it down because we're dumb. But you'll be in the list. It's gonna come. It's gonna go whoop, but not right now.
It's gonna be so fast.
It's gonna be so fast. You're not gonna see yourself. Scones, it is your turn. Drum roll.
The news.
Welcome to the news.
Ooh.
Spooky.
What is your go-to Dunkin' order? It has to be Dunkin' because he's from Rhode Island and they don't speak of Starbucks.
That's a Ryan Benson author question.
No, it wasn't. I remember this one.
Someone else from New England or what?
Someone wrote in and added questions from their husband.
Our producer is talking from off screen, but yeah, it's
You're allowed to speak, producer. Thank you. Who sent this in?
I want to say it was JoJo, but I'm not sure.
JoJo Wellborn? Guys, we appreciate all of you listeners. We know by name.
It might not be, though. So I might be giving her credit when she doesn't deserve it.
Uh-oh, Scony.
I don't know. I'll find it later. But thank you very much for that question, whoever did it.
Great question. Can you repeat the question? I forget the question.
Yes.
Oh, Dunkin's orders.
Dunkin's orders.
What's your go-to Dunkin's order?
So I'm going to take a little liberty with this one. It's not just one answer. In the summer.
In the summer.
Large cold brew.
Oh, shit.
Just milk, kid.
Oh, just milk, kid.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel fucking. And then in the winter.
Oh, shit. Do you get that Dunkin' go-to?
What is that?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
And then in the winter, large hot Just milk. No sugar.
So no sugar. Both you have just milk. So it's just
not
very
a sugar guy.
You made it like it was going to be a big deal between summer and winter, but really the only difference is hot or iced.
No. Because in the winter, I like a little more calories. I don't know
like
why.
A bear.
I love
bear
that
kid.
chicken sandwich on the croissant.
Oh yeah, they do a good chicken sandwich on the croissant.
So that's mine. And always a side of hash browns, kid.
Ooh, always.
Always.
All right, gang. Let me set you up with a little explanation of Darcy's Duncan's relationship. My wife told me a month ago, "Hey, you can't go to Duncan's every morning. We can't afford it." And I said to her, "Then move out." Welcome to the news. No.
Scone. Darcy said, "I gotta go buy a pack of Parliaments, smoke them outside. Watch ice regular, take a dump."
Here's my daily routine with my daughter. My daughter wakes up crying because she's a baby.
Same.
Scones wakes up crying. He's my daughter. And
Darcy has to take me to Dunkin'. Get me some hash browns.
So I get her out of the crib. I slap her in the car. It's warmed up. Don't worry. I've got that remote start. Because the podcast is doing well.
$10,000 an episode.
I drive to Dunkin' Donuts. Now, in the last few months, I've been on what they call a diet. I've been losing a little weight ski. And I've been getting a medium iced cold brew. Doesn't matter the time of year. I'm not a time of year guy like Scones. Every time of year. Winter, summer, fall, spring.
Fire,
Earth. Water, earth. The Fire Nation attacked. And I get a medium cold brew. I slap some almond milk in there because I'm a cool guy who drinks almond milk because it's less calories than regular milk. And then I get some Splenda in there. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, but I'm on a diet. It's actually a small. I said medium. It's a small. And then I get a ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. And that breakfast equates to 10 Weight Watchers points because I'm living on the edge.
We're really getting into
But I'm down almost 40 pounds from my heaviest, so you can't blame the kid.
We're really getting into it.
Do you guys want to be my doctor? That's why you pay the money for the Patreon. You get the extra specifics. You can see my face and be like, wow, he looks gone. He looks like he's in trouble. So that's my Dunkin's order. I love you guys. If we don't see each other again, order that for me and then pour one out in the parking lot of a Dunkin's.
That would actually be amazing if they filmed that.
Up next on our list of questions for you crazy Patreon kids. What is your favorite cut of steak? And how do you like it cooked? Parenthetically, you can substitute this for fish if you don't eat steak. I'm so glad you added the parenthetical. Scones?
So, due to
the news.
My mic is wilding from those slaps.
It's going to peak a lot, and I apologize, but we're 3 beers deep.
Sheesh. So,
sheesh on God of what's bussin'.
I have a condition where I'm not supposed to eat red meat, so I'll go with the fish option.
Nerd alert.
Nerd alert.
Red meat is what makes jocks jocks, and what makes nerds nerds.
And I'm a nerd.
He's a paleo
really
boy.
So I had this once at a place.
Oh, man.
It was lobster stuffed lobster.
What?
Where they took
lobster
out...
squared?
Yes, they took out...
Most New England thing I've ever seen. You even got a fisherman hat on.
They took out meat from a lobster, mixed it with other shellfish meat and stuffing, and then put it back into another lobster's tail, and then I ate it. And it was amazing.
And then he killed the lobster.
And then I made it, his family watch.
Yeah, he made his family watch. And the fear in the lobster really gets the juices flowing.
If they're not having existential dread and hopelessness, then your lobster's not tasting great.
So lobster stuffed lobster is your answer? How do I compete with it?
It's bougie as fuck.
Yeah, Scones is like gold. Did it have like gold leaves on it? Sounds like a gold leaf plate. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm not a huge steak.
You're gonna be like cheeseburger.
My favorite was a PB&J. I like steak. I've learned actually. This is why you need a wife or a husband, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you.
What a flex.
My wife was like,
"Oh, you idiots out there! Can't someone?"
My entire life, I'm gonna go back to a story. These are squeaky chairs. I'm gonna go back to a story. When I was 9 years old, I was at a restaurant with a friend's family, and I knew I liked shrimp, but I had never actually ordered shrimp. So I said, I'm going to put on my big kid pants. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to order some shrimp, baby. So I order some shrimp and it comes out and it's not deshelled. I didn't know that you were supposed to deshell shrimp at the time. So I just crunched down on some like shrimp shell and I was just like eating the shrimp, tail included. And my friend's parents were like,
insides were bleeding.
my friend's parents were like, I don't think you're supposed to eat the shell. And me, not wanting to backpedal on my shrimp eating, said, no, this is how I like to eat shrimp.
It's like a how I think you should leave sketch.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, no, this is the way to do it. I'm not a baby.
Please.
This is how I eat
Mr.
shrimp.
and Mrs. So-and-so.
So I crunched through like 6 shrimp, fully shelled that night. Is to say, has nothing to do with shrimp.
Scrimps.
I realized,
steak, especially steak.
I realized that, like, I know. And I just thought of that anecdote and I thought it was funny. But I like my steak. I used to just say medium because I didn't know what rare or well done meant. So most of my life I said medium. And then my wife was like, you like it medium rare, like, for sure. And I was like, I think you're right. So now I'm a steak medium rare guy. My favorite cut of steak? Maybe a flank. I'll go a little crazy here. Maybe a flank steak?
Yeah. Back before my doctor was like, stop.
Yeah,
New York strip steak is sick.
All right, Scones. Next question. This is the news.
Who is your celebrity crush / favorite actor? Let's do both.
Favorite actress? Can they be the same question? Can they be the same person? I've actually had a thought about a side podcast that I've considered making.
Ooh. Little Sling and Dinger's pitch right now.
Because I think it'd be fun to do a season of a podcast where we watch the entire filmography of one specific actor, and then at the end,
Tara Reid.
Tara Reid.
We know you're watching.
And then at the end, have an interview with that actor. Although it would be very hard to do that last part. If I had to choose celebrity crush and favorite actor, I honestly think I'd go Ryan Reynolds on both. I think he's just a fun guy.
He's a fun guy.
He's a fun guy. Listen, does Ryan Reynolds play Ryan Reynolds in most of his jobs? Sure. But he's a fun guy. Did you expect me to say Ryan Reynolds? Who knows? You probably thought I was going to say, like, who's a famous actress? Scarlett Johansson. No, it's Ryan Reynolds.
You're dating yourself with both those names.
Or Ryan Gosling in the jacket.
In a dress.
In a dress.
Full
in
makeup.
the jacket, the scorpion jacket from Drive.
That's pretty sick.
Give me Ryan Gosling.
That's a good answer.
Get out of the water.
Celebrity crush.
Ben 10.
Johnny Test. I don't know. Ana de Armas is a cutie.
Fred Armisen?
Fred Armisen's a cutie.
Fred Armisen's a cutie. Everyone says that.
And then favorite actor, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hanks and Fred Armisen are Scones' answers. Next question.
Fred Armisen, Tom Hardy. Final answer.
Hard Tommy and armed.
Hard Tommy and soft Tommy.
Next question. Let's get this Foley artist involved. How do your family and friends feel about the podcast, and do they ask for money? Ryan Benson, author. Thank you for the question.
I think maybe my favorite question. Do they ask?
Do they ask for money? Funny story. Scones, tell them about the person who thought you were a professional podcaster.
Oh. So, my girlfriend. No big deal.
Scones is a girlfriend. This just in.
Her friends were asking her about this new guy she'd been seeing.
Scones.
And she was like, yeah, he's an idiot and he has a podcast.
Six pack also.
Yeah. 6-pack in a really cool car. But
picture from school.
Yeah.
V12 engine.
Smoking cigarettes. Sunglasses, leather jacket. But so her friend, she said he has a podcast. I guess they ran with that and they thought we did this podcast full time.
They thought we were making enough money.
Which we, of course we do.
we do. I mean, we do. We live at the top of a giant skyscraper.
And other than that,
so funny.
I think my family's like just Irish Catholic enough to either be like, hey, I like this, or if they don't like it, they will never talk to me about it ever again.
Yep. So I'm also from an Irish Catholic family, which makes this hard.
We don't talk about stuff.
We don't talk when you're in the Irish Catholic family. If something bad happens, you don't speak about it.
Ever.
But my wife told my brother about my podcast, and my brother told my parents. And so my mom called me one day and said, I listened to your podcast. And I said, gee, Willikers shitteroni. And I was like, oh no. Because I can't think of a worse scenario than my parents listening to the dumb things we say about horrific stuff. And all she wanted to call me about was to correct the pronunciation of a word I said.
Other than that, I feel like siblings, like cousins, stuff, very supportive.
Yeah, everyone's been
You guys
very
are the best.
supportive. They said, you are a maverick. You're
not welcome to Christmas anymore, but keep going.
Stay home. We don't want to speak to you, mostly. I've got a lot of DMs from cousins saying, "Why you should stop what you're doing."
They all changed their last names. It's weird.
Yeah. But besides that, it's been going great. Next question.
Does the toilet paper go over?
Match the drapes.
All white. No, does the toilet paper go
He's
over
old.
or under the holder? Yeah, I'm 68.
Does the toilet paper go over or under the holder? What do you mean?
Like when you set the toilet paper, does it roll? Like, do you have like when you pull it goes over, or does it go under the roll?
Over, like towards you, right? 'Cause
Always
then-
over.
Yeah, over. What?
That's a silly question. We're not going to spend more time on that.
Okay, next question. Let's see. Think about your life. Think about your
Someone
choices.
out there is just tearing up as they pull from under their toilet paper. Like, what have I got?
Next up. Any subjects you guys have covered that actually scares you? I've never been scared in my life except for at the dentist, but he's got a treasure box to keep me from being scared the next time.
Little toys.
No, who was that guy we talked about who was like out and not in custody and we're like, he might kill us?
The fucked up part is there's 4 or 5 of those.
Yeah, there's a couple of those. So those are always worrisome.
The guy who cut off the head of that other guy on the bus in Canada is out.
Yes, that's weird.
The real life Dexter is out.
Real life Dexter. The other dude from South America or Mexico who was also murdered like a bajillion people is out.
So those scare us.
Those
the
guys
most.
scare us. I think the justice system scares me the most.
Yeah, small town.
Small town police forces are the scariest.
Very scary.
Very scary. Unnecessarily so. So those are scary. Those are the scariest, I think.
So scary.
So scary.
Very scary. On to the next one.
On to the next question.
Very scary.
The news.
Oh my gosh, we got a long one.
A longie?
So, as a Gen Z,
Sheesh. On God be bussin'.
I need to know if you both are little lads and if you both like berries and cream. Only once this question is answered will we know if you truly are in touch with the youths. Is that the
berries and cream? Yeah, we need to get some bowl cuts going. If you don't think we know the berries and cream guy, are you kidding me?
I have fucking internet connection.
Wait,
dude.
let me read this question.
There you go.
Did they say, are we Gen Z?
No, they are Gen Z. They're testing.
Oh, so as a Gen Z, I need to know if you both are little
testing
lads. Here's the deal. That's a millennial thing. Berries and cream guy is...
That's a claim.
Yeah. If you're a Gen Z and you know berries and cream, you're out of your goddamn element, sir.
You're an old person.
You're old. Okay?
We're not old. We don't make references to stuff from 1960 something. Not the
berries. So specific. No respect. The berries and cream was like when we were in like 6th grade, right? Berries and cream. I'm a little lad who likes berries and cream.
That was computer lab class. Like you pulled that up.
You and your friends went
E-Bombs World.
E-Bombs. You guys know E-Bombs World? You guys
That's some millennial
remember
shit.
stupidvideos.com? Did you ever go on Stupid Videos?
No.
This was like 2002.
Addictive Games.
Addicting Games. Do you remember Flash Player? Do you remember Flash Player? The decline of video gaming series I thought was so funny. We're getting into it. Anyway, next question.
Clumsy
Is it
metaphors.
your turn?
Your turn.
Okay. Thank you for keeping track of whose turn it is. Do you guys, excuse me, do you guys believe in angels or angles? It's a solid question.
I think that was also Ryan Benson author.
Ryan Benson, author, coming in with a hot one.
Angles.
Angles, through and through.
Yes.
Angels are in the outfield. Angles
are cute.
Next question. Welcome to the news. What are we doing?
I got it. I got it.
You got it.
The golden ticket.
Is that from a certain so-and-so?
It is.
All right. This is a big moment because, okay, go ahead.
Would you rather be Robin Williams or Wobbin Williams?
This is from my wife, Jenny.
His
who
wife.
was my wife, who's very adamant about this question being asked. So shout out to Jenny, my wife, and podcast friend of the show.
I'm overwhelmingly Wobbin Williams.
You're Wobbin Williams.
Yeah.
I'm a Quabbin Reservoir.
Wow. What a deep cut.
So, yeah,
Rattlesnakes.
So why are you a Robin or a Wobbin Williams?
Because he died in a horrible way.
Wobbin did?
No, Robin.
Robin did.
So Wobbin seems like he's got more upside.
Well, in Robin, I
reached
don't know if
heights.
he. Okay, here's the thing though. Robin Williams was diagnosed with a horrendous condition where he basically
Was it Parkinson's?
basically where his Wiimote wasn't gonna attach to his wrist anymore. Robin Williams had a condition
I'd
where
rather
like
die.
his brain it was essentially like dementia, but like
I thought it was Parkinson's.
or like super it was
Super Parkinson's.
I forget what it's called. It's a very specific niche, like very rare version
Neurological.
of like neurological disorder. So it sounds like he might have kind of been like, I'm going to take this into my own hands. We're getting real sad.
Yeah, so I'll pick Wobbin Williams.
So Wobbin Williams is our answer. Ba-da-da-bum, ba-dum-bum.
That's the
Wow.
news. All right.
Next question. Oh, hey.
Oh.
But watch Jumanji. It's great. How did Scones get his nickname? I'll let Scones answer that.
Wow.
That would be irresponsible of me.
So freshman year of college, I called my niece.
He's got nieces.
Called my niece. It was her
Call my
birthday.
niece.
January 31st was her birthday.
On God.
I FaceTimed her, and she could only call me Uncle Kono.
How old was she?
She was like, oh, I don't know enough about my own life to know how old she was.
Mhm.
Probably like
4.
3 or 4. And so she could only call me that, which then got turned into, if anyone's seen the show Workaholics, they say, instead of let's go, when you're trying to get everyone to go somewhere, you say sco. So then it got changed into Scono, which then got changed into Scones.
it's
Then
like
stopped there for no reason.
it's kind of like when you know Animorphs when they change into like from a white kid to a beaver.
I stopped at Beaver.
They got to beaver and then they get it.
Or it's more like I stopped in a weird halfway between. And
Yeah,
then
where they're like half human, half beaver.
dissolve.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing to do with the pastry. So sorry
Nothing,
if
and it's
you're
actually
like,
I'm gonna note that it was spelled with an S on the paper. It's actually spelled with a Z.
ooh,
Next question.
favorite TV show.
Ooh, oh, I think I know my answer. At first, I had an internal argument in my head. I mean, I assume we're considering streaming services TV shows.
Of course,
Okay. Peaky Blinders.
Netflix. If you wanna,
Peaky Blinders is my favorite show.
that's up there for me as well. But I can't say it's my favorite.
You can't tell me that what's his face? Jawline McGinty is not like one of the best actors.
John McGinty's great. I also like Tom Hardy, who's in that.
And Tom Hardy's in it, which is one of his celebrity crushes.
Wink. My favorite, like, all time has to be The Simpsons. But then I'll also add in like a newer show that I'd say is probably up there tied is Barry.
Barry's good stuff.
Barry on HBO with Bill
Check
Hader.
out Barry. Bill Hader.
I barely know
I'll
her.
date her. But I'm a big Peaky Blinders fan. We both like Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. I have the soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah. Red Right Hand? Are you kidding me? What a banger of a song. So that's our answers. The news. Next up. And we thought we might not have enough.
I've done a lot of
questions.
winking during this filming, and I don't know why.
Will you guys actually try to get guests on this show? Tara Reid, for example. Here's the thing about getting guests.
What do you mean we've already had her?
We've
The
had
mic
Tara
just
Reid.
didn't work.
Phil's been a new guest. We already had
Yeah.
Tara Reid. Maybe. I'm going to leave it open-ended because if we did get like a cool macabre guest, that'd be fun.
Yes.
But also, I don't know who would like be willing to sit for like 45 minutes as we just like
The first 8
yell
minutes,
shit
yeah.
at them.
The first 8 minutes of us talking about like Emily Blunt. We love you,
Yeah,
Emily
Emily
Blunt.
Blunt might be
If
on the
Emily
show.
Blunt came on. If
That's some star power.
Oscar-winning actress Emily Blunt came onto our podcast, I would poop
She's
myself.
been begging us in the DMs to be on the show, but we said
I changed my
no.
celebrity crush to Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. Next question. If you had to do a podcast on your own, what would it be about other than spooky stuff? Because if you had to do a podcast on your own, what would it be about?
Sitcoms. 100% sitcoms. I love sitcoms.
Scones is a commie.
I'm a sitcommie.
That's what you name the podcast.
Sitcommie. Yeah. We wear all red
Sitcommunism?
and we watch How I Met Your Mother.
Barney.
Yeah, we watch How I Met Your Mother and share all the snacks. Redistribute them. No, I just love sitcoms. Even really bad ones, I'll watch the whole thing all the way through. And I would love to talk about them and how they're either good, bad, or
Otherwise.
in between.
Yeah. I've had an idea for a podcast called Hardcore Game Lore,
I like that.
where I read like all of the extra stuff around, like, for example, Halo has a bunch of books. I'd read all Halo books and then do like a hardcore, like a Dan Carlin style hardcore history, but about like a video game was a thought I had.
I like that a lot. Too bad you have to do it on your own.
Yeah.
Question.
Right. So there you go. Halo. What if we just went into like an hour and a half of me talking about like, then the ring shows up.
Reach.
Fall of Reach.
John.
The Covenant.
7.
UNSC is the United Nations.
Ooh, what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
I know my answer, actually.
Hit him with it. I gotta think.
I think mine is Chick-fil-A, genuinely.
That's a good one. I think that's a really popular answer.
Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwiches are just like...
Hit a little bit diffy.
Do you count Dairy Queen as, I guess it's fast
Yes,
food?
I would.
All right, I changed to Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen's a very good answer.
I love Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen Blizzards are freaking phenomenal.
I think mine's gotta be Taco Bell.
Remember when they used a tiny dog as their mascot? A
Yo
chihuahua?
quiero Taco Bell.
It always felt kind of like not allowed.
It's not great, and it's the people who wrote it definitely don't speak Spanish.
For sure. Definitely a bunch of white guys in a boardroom being like, whoa, Chihuahua's funny. Get it? It's my turn or your turn?
Your turn.
Oh, we got two left, gang. Two left.
I also found some that I don't think we wrote down on our Patreon, so I'm going to read those as well.
Okay, cool. Are you guys accepting designs for more merch? I have a few design ideas that could be fun. I don't know if this is meant to be a question for this, but sure. If you guys have ideas and want to send it to us, absolutely.
Neither of us are like draw or
Neither of us
directly
draw.
create the designs.
Yes,
We outsource that kind of thing. So
yeah, to people.
And people, especially Patreonies, know that sometimes designs don't come out
Not
what we envisioned.
But you know, if you guys got designs and you're like, this is fucking rad.
Ooh wee.
Ooh wee, this is freaking rad.
But sorry if we don't pick it.
That's the news.
We can't pick all of them.
It's the news. Next up.
Have either of you ever had anything macabre happen to you? So I'm guessing that's like paranormally, just like macabre is like everyone has macabre shit happen to them.
Yeah, I was going to say like, for sure. I think like, I'm going to say something. I don't think we can say like, oh, my grandfather died.
Right.
Like that doesn't seem right. I think we should do something more.
Unless they want to know about that, but that'd be really weird.
Here's something actually, now that I think about it.
Ooh.
When I was in second grade, I found a bullet in my driveway. That was cool. I don't know if it's like macabre, but I found like a live round just in my driveway. I was like, this seems adult. Is that macabre? I don't know.
Pretty macabre.
Something happened. I won't tell.
One time, I didn't order it, but I got a free order of fish and chips delivered.
Are you quivering?
I was.
I'm
and
shook.
I did eat it though.
He did done eat it though.
Are you eating though?
Next up and last one. Bum, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da, bum, ba, da,
Bum, bum, bum,
ba, ba, da, ba,
bum, bum, bum,
ba, ba, da, ba.
bum, bum,
Favorite band?
That's a tough one.
Favorite band / singer, but it's funnier if it's just favorite.
Do you like favorite band right now?
Favorite
or
band?
like
Yeah, I was gonna say ever. Like, what band have I listened to the most in my life? I have an answer. Listen, guys, in high school I was in a ska band. Probably Streetlight Manifesto. If I were to go like band
That's
I've
a good
listened to the
answer.
most. And I think that like that's a safe answer because like you either don't know who they are, or if you do know who they are, they're not like super corny. So Streetlight Manifesto.
the Beastie Boys?
Nice. Scones
Beastie
loves them Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys. Guys, we've covered many a question, and
Many are Christian.
we hope you enjoyed this hour-long probably video. We've been recording for over an hour, which is crazy because this has not felt like that. It's felt like 20 minutes.
You've been recording? Can you imagine? We're gonna do the whole thing now with the camera over there. We're gonna do a 3-camera shot.
Yeah, we're gonna do the whole thing. We're gonna match our movements so that it syncs up. Thank you guys for being Patreon members, and if you're listening to this on the audio version, thank you guys for being listeners of the show. We appreciate it. We want to make more content. I've got a couple ideas for some content pieces that would be fun for like a YouTube video. So keep your ears out.
It's like a Bass Pro Shops with all the tent in here, huh?
Guys, have a good Monday, and thank you for your support. We love you more than life itself.
Thank you very much. That's the news.